Hello and welcome back to another Outerplane video. So in this video, we're going to be talking about if you should pull for air. I usually do these should you pull videos. We're just going to go over her skills. And then at the end, I'm going to give you guys my opinion on her. So, says air, a hero capable of removing buffs from the enemies dealing significant damage to enemies with buffs. We join us during a drop-up event, and we'll just go ahead and watch this little teaser trailer they dropped this morning for her. This a little quick video. You guys can see her little skirts.
Yo! What's up? I'm Yunaha Eru, but everyone here just calls me Air. Anyway, hang loose! The waves are looking gnarly! Let's go! Woohoo! Dive in! It's the perfect wave! Well, time to head back!
Her animations look pretty good. Definitely have some. They are definitely trying to show off some assets. It's a little interesting that all her animations are all water based, but she's a fire unit. That's what got me a little confused myself. But needless to say, here we go. Air. Her name Air. Element Fire. Battle Tap Striker. A subclass attacker. She's going to be here from the 4th to the 18th. Go through her skills here. Skill 1. Whatever attacks the enemy and it has a 30% chance to grant the caster increased critical hit chance for 2 turns. Her level 2 is damage and weakness gauge. Level 3 increases the activation by 10%, and then level 4 and level 5 are both 15% damage increases. I guess this is not too bad for like an S1. The bonus weakness damage is kind of interesting because of the change that we got in the last patch for 4-star Transcendent, so they automatically got that. So she would get an extra one. And her S2 to the beach, it's on a 4 turns cooldown. When using this skill, removes all buffs from the target, so she's another stripper. Another interesting design because we just got Eternal not too long ago, and she was also a stripper. But attacks the enemy if the caster is granted increased critical hit chance, increases the caster's priority by 20%. This attack bypasses the target's resilience, so she's always going to be able to strip those buffs. Her level 2 is a 5% priority increase, plus 1 weakness gauge. 3 is a skill cooldown by 1 turn, and then 4 is 15% damage increase. Level 5 is another 5% priority and another 20% damage. I don't really. I mean, she's a reliable stripper, I guess. In PvP, I could see this being used in some teams, but with Stella being around, Stella kind of cancels these things out. The strip would trigger Stella. So I don't really know how good this is going to be. Like on paper, 30% priority, a 30% priority push is not too bad. But like I said, now with Stella like in the mix, you got to kind of take into account to her, especially in PvP, and these skills like that. These skills that have added effects, debuffs, or anything like that are always gonna trigger the Stella's counter. So you got to be careful on that. So unfortunately, that's kind of a negative for me. Then we got her burst. It's an increased damage on the one. Additional increase against Earth units. Same effect as Eternal. Her level 2 is another increase, and then her level 3 is an enhanced skill. It resets her S2. So, again, I mean, the S2 is good on paper. You're going to get resets. You're going to be able to, reliably strip. But like I said before, with the Stella being in the meta now, I don't know. If Stella wasn't here, I would give it a higher grade. But with Stella being in the meta, I don't know how well she's gonna do. Let's go into her S3 Gone Surfing. It's on a 5-turn cooldown. Attacks the enemy. Increases damage dealt to enemies with buffs. When the enemy has no buffs or is defeated, after this skill is used, it grants an extra turn. This skill does increase damage to Earth bosses, so some PvP viability here. I like the fact that she's going to get extra turns. Of course, again, that's all. Depends on if you can, consistently kill the enemy, though. But when you do trigger it, it's going to be nice. 5 turns is kind of, the norm for S3s. It does have a skill cooldown on the level 3 here. Level 2 being just another weakness gauge +1 and 10%. And then 4 and 5 being 15 and 20%. Now her chain skill is she's gonna be a companion, so she's gonna attack the enemy. She's gonna get attack buff for 2 turns. Her dual attack is gonna be a 40% chance to give herself critical hit chance for 2 turns. And I mean, that's fine, I guess. We got units like Valentine, and crit hit isn't really that hard to build. So, not the greatest, but still useful. Makes her gearing a little easier. So her transcendents are, she gets critical hit damage at 4-star. Another weakness gauge. That's what I was talking about earlier. They gave all the units that are 4-star. They get the 4-star +1 weakness gauge reduction. And then 5 is level 3, and then level 6-star is, she gets a team 4% critical hit damage and 25 action points to start a battle. I mean, this is all pretty basic here. We're gonna go down, and there's another unit that's coming. It's Eliza. We're not really gonna go into her. She's in the game. Some people swear by her. She's a pretty good ranger. But if you're, been playing for a while, hopefully you already picked her up. I personally suggest not pulling on her. I mean, if you're gonna pull for anybody, of course, pull for air. If you're looking to pull for a new unit. Now, with that being said, we're just gonna go into my final analysis here of air. Now, when she was first announced, when they did the roadmap, just a little 2D sprite, I was interested in her, and I thought she was going to be a water unit, so I was saving up for her. I had some pity going, but now that I see that she's going to be a fire unit, and just going over her skills seem a little lackluster to me. Honestly, design-wise, I like her design, of course. And summer units, swimsuits. Of course, they're gonna, try to push that. But kit-wise, I don't think her kit's gonna cut it. Like, Stella changed a lot of, like, unfortunately, because they introduced Stella so early in this game, she's gonna, unfortunately, in my opinion, just, neuter a lot of these new units that they're gonna be trying to introduce into the game, especially if they have, like, added effects on their skills, like a strip or a debuff. Like I said before, their Stella's just gonna, get that counter off and, kind of cleave the team down. So, I personally won't be pulling for it, and I'm going to suggest that you guys just go ahead and save your resources, and hopefully the next banner, which will be Mine, will probably be hopefully be a better character. Not to say that she is not a, an alright character. You gotta take into account, unfortunately you just gotta take into account for the Stella now. And like I said, Stella changed a lot of things, so until they either do something about Stella or they, release a unit that can deal with Stella, I'm gonna be really, really, picky on the units that I'm pulling for. And then it's just gonna take a lot of consideration. I suggest you guys do the same. Now, this is just my opinion, so you guys are more than entitled to do whatever you guys want to do. But I kind of put the knowledge that I have out there. Like I said, design wise, I mean, they're nailing it with these characters, but the kit is what is going to make you pull or not. And her kit is not one of those kits that I feel like deserves my ether or deserves my pity. Now, I might have some people that disagree with me, but that's okay. This is just my opinion. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I'll be having some Hunt 11, Hunt 12 videos coming out as soon as the patch drops. I'm going to try and knock them out as quick as possible. So, be looking forward to that. But until then, I will catch you guys on the next one.